Hi everyone, today I'm going to tell you a bit about the 7 different learning styles and how to support your child in each of them. Children are all different, and they all have their own unique way of learning. There are many different learning styles, and knowing what type of learner your child is will allow them to learn most effectively and ultimately set them up for success later in life. But I'm going to focus on the main 7. They are visual, physical, auditory, social, solitary, verbal, and logical learning. It's important to remember that there is no perfect fit for everyone. Some children will prefer to learn in one style, while others may benefit from a combination of all of the learning styles. The first type of learner is a visual learner. Visual learners are good at absorbing information through what they see. They are sensitive to facial and body language cues, so will need to see a person teaching them fully to absorb the information. They are intuitive and notice small changes. Visual learners learn best through making lists, tabulating differences and similarities, watching videos, highlighting information, and using flashcards. Visual learners can be easily distracted by noise and activity, so they require a quiet environment to learn effectively. Physical learners are tactile learners. They prefer a hands-on approach to learning and would rather draw, build, or work with their hands to learn instead of sitting at a desk. Physical learners are highly coordinated and find it difficult to keep still. This behavior can easily be mistaken for ADHD, when in actuality, the child may just require different stimulation. Physical learners learn well by making diagrams, conducting experiments, dramatizing stories, or through movement activities. This type of learner will benefit most from the inclusion of art in their learning activities. Next are auditory learners. They are listeners who prefer spoken directions and will benefit from lectures and discussions. This type of learner likes to speak about things. Some good methods to help auditory learners study are repetition, question and answer activities, debates, and music, especially for grade 1 and below, recordings and playback of work. A really great method for this type of learner would be for them to read work aloud and record themselves while doing so. This allows them to speak about their work as well as listen to the recordings. And now they have 2 opportunities to internalize work using methods that suit them best. Social learners learn best in a group or in pairs. These learners thrive on social interaction and know how to communicate effectively. They enjoy working with others, sharing ideas, collaborating, brainstorming, and discussing new ideas and concepts, and will usually struggle to work alone. Social learners can read the needs of others very well and tend to be natural leaders. Social learners function best in study groups, one-on-one tuition, or in any type of collaborative experience. Solitary learners prefer to use self-study and work alone. They are independent, very self-aware, and in tune with their thoughts and feelings. These learners prefer being away from crowds and learn best in a quiet place where they can focus on the task at hand. The key to this learner's success is a quiet environment where they can concentrate and work undisturbed. Keep in mind that you should check on your solitary learner every so often. They won't ask for help, but rather try to solve the problem on their own. This is a great problem-solving skill, but can cause them to get stuck on one issue if they do not understand and require guidance. Verbal learners use words to learn both in speech and in writing. They find it easy to express themselves and love to read and write. Verbal learners are naturally drawn to language and have a rich vocabulary. Verbal learners will learn best through orals and reading and writing activities. Because they enjoy reading so much, verbal learners can express themselves very well and communicate their thoughts effectively. This learner will benefit from group discussions, group study, group projects, and situations where they can talk about their thoughts and their various learning topics. Verbal learners often problem solve by talking through their issues with someone and arriving at a solution on their own. These learners will perform better when they write or speak about a topic. Verbal learners also enjoy word games. Because they absorb information by listening, it's important to make your teaching as interesting as possible. The last type of learner is the logical learner. They prefer to learn using reason and logic. This learner will excel in mathematical and scientific subjects because they enjoy problem solving and strategic thinking. Logical learners function best with a structured environment. They prefer visual interpretations like diagrams or written notes. Logical learners are naturally curious, goal-orientated, and enjoy number games and experimentation. They study best when they are given specific goals with a structured plan of attaining them. Logical learners will often draw up a study timetable for themselves and follow it very diligently. They learn well using visual aid and laptops and researching topics. Summaries are a great way for logical learners to learn because it allows them to focus on the most important parts of the information. Summarizing is a skill which will help the logical learner throughout their life. Your logical learner may prefer to type out their summaries rather than write them, which is also fine. The most important thing is figuring out what type of learner your child is and then making sure they use the most effective methods for them to succeed. I hope that this video has helped you do that. See you next week. Bye!